This was a worry to say the least, like a paraplegic walking on a tightrope above a pit of crocodiles. Most film franchises tend to bat -1,000 by the fourth film. Jaws, Superman, and Indiana Jones, to name a few, have shit the bed worse than the Transformers franchise taking laxatives swapped out for Viagra. So going into Toy Story 4, I had as much faith in this film as Anne Frank defending her title as the state hide-and-seek champion. Toy Story was a complete trilogy, each having their own primary themes which carry through and hold up under scrutiny. Concluding with Toy Story 3, which gave an emotional gut punch to its audience, like Glenn getting a lesson in the density of oak. Toy Story 4, by default, has a tougher ladder to climb than a one-armed ninja warrior doing the salmon ladder. Taking place a short while after the ending of its predecessor, Woody, Buzz, and the remaining cast get along with Bonnie, their new kid, until Woody takes care of Bonnie at school and she creates a new toy. This new toy, named Forky, is given life, somehow, and is now Bonnie's new favorite. So now Woody must protect Forky from harm. Theming is difficult by this point in a series. The previous films each handled jealousy, duty, and moving on, completing the trilogy with a perfect ending like Mario finding a happy median and giving Bowser a Mrs. Bowser so he can stop trying to knob Peach already. This time around, the theme is fatherhood. To protect one above all else, sacrificing one's own heart even if need be. Just the kind of love most millennials apparently don't receive because their fatherhoods never return from the grocery store. It never quite hits the mark for me, but still carries through across the line like the lower half of Roadkill in its final moments. The comedy is not quite as highbrow as many jokes before, but still gets plenty of chuckles. The villain is similar to Lotso from 3 when she plays up the mafia role quite a bit more, which was entertaining to me when some of the kids in my row kept getting the heebie-jeebies like they posed in a press conference with Joe Biden. Bo Peep has the best character transformation of any in this series. A possible love interest for Woody, who was ejected faster than a fan streaking across a game of soccer, is now a badass living in the rugged free life supporting toys wherever she can. So basically an RPG hero with all the heroism and none of the theft. The side characters offer up plenty of laughs like Key and Peele as Ducky and Bunny, and who can forget Keanu Reeves, who has by this point officially laid claim to the year of 2019. Now all that said, Buzz is now a directionless nitwit and has no thought of his own, constantly relying on his inner voice by playing with himself to figure things out. Jesse and the rest of the cast are there to justify the budget with shockingly small roles. They each do so little in the film, they almost all stand there doing nothing like the extras in the background of Game of Thrones Season 8. And the ending, while there were a few tears in the audience, does not leave the impact of 3 like your long-lost fatherhood returned, but the milk is curdled. And this has laid more clearly than ever the road of potentially endless sequels ahead with adventures for our favorite toys to go on, showing that Disney has officially tied down Pixar and thrown away the key for an annual punishing. Toy Story 4 is a competent movie, if unnecessary. The theme of fatherhood is only surface level and cannot disguise the toys' views of the world and their role within being unchanged from the previous one. The comedy will most likely get a laugh like When I Ask a Woman Out. The animation is amazing in some cases, like Pixar developed their own engine just to show up Crytek, and only a couple characters receive any treatment or focus like Pixar was given writing tips by Akira Toriyama.